Everyone online loves to romanticize the first $100,000. They tell you once you hit it, life gets easier, money flows, stress disappears, and your net worth will explode after you hit your first $100,000.
But once you reach $100,000, get ready to explode your net worth like never before.
Don't worry about earning millions. Instead, focus on the first 100,000 because after that, your net worth will go crazy.
If you ever wanted to earn $1 million, don't. Instead, focus on the first 100K, because 100K is all it takes for your net worth to explode.
While your net worth takes off at 100K.
Getting to $100,000 is the new $1 million. What? Seriously, if you can hit $100,000, you can definitely hit $1 million.
They made it sound like once you hit that milestone, it will be a smooth ride.
The reality is that the first $100,000 gives you freedom. And here's what I mean. At this level, you have enough to protect yourself against most major financial emergencies, and your everyday stresses are less likely to be tied to living paycheck to paycheck. On top of that, it's also said that once you hit $100,000, you're already 1/4 of the way to $1 million.
But none of them talk about why the road to six figures is a brutal psychological game that's almost designed to make you fail. And today, I'm going to show you how to pass that stage so wealth finally starts feeling inevitable instead of exhausting. It took me 7 years to hit my first $100,000. And honestly, the secret that finally got me there was something I only figured out right when I was ready to quit. See, making my first 10 grand was surprisingly simple, and most people who try to build wealth give up somewhere between the $10,000 and $100,000 mark. And for years, I was one of them. Getting that first $10,000 felt like a real achievement, but it was pretty straightforward, right? I just picked up some extra freelance gigs, sold a bunch of stuff I didn't need, and got serious about cutting my spending. It was a game of addition and subtraction. Simple. But after that, everything changed. I walked right into what I call the financial no man's land. It's this long, agonizing desert you have to cross, where looking at your net worth statement just feels like a bad joke. You're saving, you're sacrificing, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. And for what? To watch your account balance creep forward so slowly, it's insulting. Months, even a whole year would go by, and the growth was so small it felt like a rounding error. You're doing all the work, and you're left wondering why the needle barely moves. For those 7 years, I was completely stuck in a loop. I'd save like a maniac for a few months and get totally frustrated by the microscopic progress, and then just fall off the wagon, thinking, what is even the point? One unexpected car repair could wipe out 6 months of discipline. One holiday break could set me back a full year. I was playing a game of financial snakes and ladders, constantly climbing up a few rungs, only to slide right back to the bottom. And the temptation to just quit is immense. You look around and see friends buying new cars, going on those amazing trips, upgrading their apartments. Meanwhile, you are packing your lunch and telling yourself someday it will worth it. But someday feels so theoretical, so imaginary, so far away. This isn't just a financial fight, it's a deep psychological war against your own impatience, your own desires, and all the social pressure you see every day. You're fighting the voice in your head that says, I work hard, I deserve this. That's exactly why most people lose. They think the brutal grind is a signal you're failing, when really it's just a non-negotiable part of the journey. After years of this, I was done. I was so ready to give up. I figured, hey, maybe this whole wealth building thing just isn't for me. Maybe some people get it and I'm just not one of them. Then right at that moment of total despair, I stumbled on a quote from Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's legendary business partner. And he said, the first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it. Reading that was like a lightning bolt. It wasn't just me, the struggle was universal, but the real secret wasn't just knowing it was hard. The secret was understanding why it's so hard and what fundamentally changes after you finally cross that line. Here's the secret. The journey to your first $100,000 isn't a game of earning, it's the game of discipline and behavior. But the journey after your first $100,000, well, that becomes a game of pure mathematics. Before you hit that milestone, your success depends almost entirely on one thing: your savings rate. That's it. The returns on your investments are so tiny they barely even matter. You're doing all the heavy lifting. You're pushing a giant boulder up a steep hill with nothing but your own brute force. It's exhausting, it's slow, and it feels like you are doing nothing. But this is a psychological game. Your brain is wired for immediate rewards. But in this phase, the rewards are basically invisible. The real turning point for me was when I mentally shifted from being a saver to becoming a builder. A saver just puts money aside. A builder is constructing a machine. Every single dollar I saved was no longer just a dollar, it was a worker I was hiring and sending out into the world to work for me. In the beginning, my army of workers was tiny, and frankly, they were weak. Their efforts were barely noticeable, but I had to trust that one day that army would be big enough to conquer kingdoms all by itself. The secret wasn't some new hot investment strategy, it was changing my entire perspective. I wasn't just depriving myself, I was building the engine of my own freedom, and that changes everything. But look, this isn't just about mindset and feelings. This psychological game is so hard because in the beginning the math is brutal, but that exact same math becomes your absolute best friend once you hit a critical mass. You've heard of the snowball analogy, right? When you start a snowball, you have to pack the snow together with your bare hands. It's cold, it's tedious, and the ball is way too small to roll on its own. That is your journey to your first $100,000. You're packing the snow. Almost 100% of the growth is coming from your effort, the money you physically put away. For my first $100,000, over 70% of it came from my own direct savings. The market's returns were just a little helper on the side, but once the snowball gets big enough, you can set it up at the top of the hill and just give it a little push. All of a sudden, the snowball starts picking up more snow in its own. It rolls faster and gets bigger with less and less effort from you. At that tipping point, financially speaking, is around $100,000. Now, let's just look at the numbers. Say you have $10,000 invested. You have a fantastic year and get a 10% return. You made $1,000. That's nice, but it's not life-changing, right? It's definitely not enough to make it all sacrifice feel worth it. But what if you have $100,000 invested? And that same 10% return is now $10,000. Think about that for a second. Your money all by itself just earned what many of us is just a chunk of annual savings. Your investments are finally contributing in a real meaningful way. Your army of workers is finally strong enough to make a difference. The work is no longer just on your shoulders, and this is where the magic really starts. Well, let's say it takes you 8 years to grind out that first $100,000. How long do you think it takes to get to the second 100 if you keep saving the same amount? It's not another 8 years. With compounding doing a thing, it might only take 4 or 5. And the third 100,000, well, maybe just 3. Eventually, you can get to a point where your investments are making $100,000 a year all by themselves. You grind for 8 years to make your first 100K, and one day you could be making that every single year while you sleep. That's why Charlie Munger said to do whatever it takes. You're just fighting to get that snowball to the top of the hill. If we know this whole thing is a psychological war backed by some brutal early stage math, how do we make sure we actually win? You need a system that bypasses your own emotional flaws. And here are the 3 non-negotiable rules that got me through it. First, automate everything. The single biggest threat to your success is you. Your motivation is going to fade. Your discipline will crack. To win, you have to take your own weak emotional brain out of the equation. So set up automatic transfers to your savings account for the day you get paid. Then set up automatic investment from that account into your portfolio. Make saving and investing as invisible and effortless as breathing. You're not strong enough to fight that temptation every single month for 7 years straight, trust me. So don't fight, automate. Second, redefine what a win is. If you measure success by checking your net worth every day, you're going to quit. I promise you, the numbers are too small and the progress is too slow. It's a recipe for discouragement. You have to change the scoreboard. Your new win isn't the account balance, it's successfully hitting your savings target for the month. Did you save 20% of your income? That's a win. Celebrate it. Did you stick to your budget? Well, that's a win. Focus on the progress, not the outcome. The outcome is a lagging indicator that will only show up years from now. By focusing on your system, you give yourself small, achievable wins that keep you in the game long enough for the math to finally take over. Third, eliminate lifestyle creep ruthlessly. Lifestyle creep is the silent killer of wealth. The second you get a raise or a bonus, this little voice will whisper in your ear telling you to upgrade your life. A nicer car, a bigger apartment, more expensive dinners out. Every dollar you let get sucked into lifestyle creep is a soldier you just pulled from your army. It's another handful of snow you just took off your snowball. During those first 7 years, every single raise I got went directly into my savings rate. I just pretended it didn't exist. It wasn't easy. It meant saying no when friends were saying yes, and being okay with my lifestyle not quite matching my income for a while. But you have to understand this. Fighting lifestyle creep isn't about depriving yourself, it's about buying your freedom much faster. The journey to your first $100,000 is a total paradox. The part where you put in the most effort for the least visible reward. It starts as this brutal psychological game of discipline, sacrifice, and fighting your own human nature. But if you can just endure that phase, if you can build the systems to outsmart your own brain, the game completely changes. It stops being about psychology and starts being about math. The weight shifts from your shoulders to the shoulders of your own growing army of capital. You're not just saving money, you're building a machine. You're pushing that boulder up the hill so that one day it can roll on its own and crush every financial obstacle in its path. The price of admission for that freedom is just highest at the very beginning. So stay the course, trust the process, and go win that psychological war. And if you're ready to really master this mental game, you need to watch this video here I did on the money mindset that keep people poor. I think it's the perfect next step to completely rewiring your brain for wealth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.